Most people think misinformation happens by accident. It doesn't. Modern misinformation is not random. It's not sloppy journalism. And it's not just people being wrong. It's a system. A system designed to exploit how human attention works and how digital platforms reward engagement. Here's the first thing to understand. Misinformation doesn't need to convince you immediately. It just needs to plant doubt. When you hear the same false claim repeated, even casually, even skeptically, your brain starts to treat it as familiar. And familiarity feels like truth. That's why repetition matters more than accuracy. The second thing to understand is this. Emotion beats evidence. Anger, fear, humiliation, and resentment spread faster than facts, especially online. Algorithms don't reward truth. They reward reactions. The more extreme the claim, the more emotionally charged the message, the more likely it is to be shared. That's not a glitch. That's the business model. Third, misinformation thrives on simplicity. Complex problems are hard to explain. Simple villains are easy to sell. When every issue is reduced to us versus them, good versus evil, or wake up before it's too late, critical thinking shuts down. Certainty replaces curiosity. And finally, misinformation works best when it creates exhaustion. When people feel overwhelmed, they stop checking sources. They stop correcting falsehoods. They stop caring. At that point, truth doesn't lose. It simply stops being defended. This is how democracies weaken, not through one dramatic lie, but through thousands of small distortions, repeated, amplified, normalized. That's why fact-checking alone isn't enough. We need to understand how misinformation works, why it spreads, and who benefits from confusion. Because once you see the system, it becomes much harder to be manipulated by it. And that's what this channel is about. Not panic, not outrage, just clarity.